Welcome to the Dating Kinky Podcast, a cast about love, sex, romance, and kink. There is a joke about me with my friends that if you can't talk me into bed, you won't get me there. And no, this isn't about dirty talk or wooing, although I do love those as well. It's about intellectual compatibility. Just this morning, someone in an ethical non-monogamy group I'm in asked about whether it's easier for women to get partners outside of their main relationship. Some said yes. Others said no because it takes, for them, more specific types of interaction. Yes, I can get sex easily. Good sex? Maybe. Great sex with the heaping side of intellectual banter and discourse that I need to make it really hot and actually great for me? Not so easy. But I know this about me. My intellectual boundaries are quite strong and a core part of not only who I am, but my sexuality. And today, we're completing my series focusing on the 6 types of personal boundaries. Boundaries are sexy as fuck. Intellectual boundaries. Welcome to the last installment in my series about the 6 types of boundaries. They are physical boundaries, intellectual boundaries, emotional boundaries, sexual boundaries, material boundaries, and time boundaries. So far, I've covered material, sexual, physical, time, and emotional boundaries. Today, I'm focusing in on intellectual boundaries, thoughts, and ideas. This is the last boundary I'm covering because it's the least discussed or considered out of all of them, I feel. And yet, we do have boundaries around our thoughts and ideas that we instinctually know, but have never actually acknowledged to ourselves or others, which can cause huge rifts in conversation and communication. Healthy intellectual boundaries are about understanding where your ideas and thoughts begin and another's leave off. Knowing what feels right for you to share about your thoughts in various situations and types of relationships. For example, when do you speak of a new idea you've been toying with or a project you're working on? What makes you feel intellectually safe and valued? Boundary violations occur when someone dismisses or belittles your ideas and presented thoughts. Also, you can violate your own personal boundaries by sharing too much too soon or with the wrong people and making yourself vulnerable to their attacks, criticisms, and theft. Here are a few questions to get you started. Do you often feel your thoughts and ideas are devalued? Do you often feel like you have too much to say in certain situations? How do you protect your intellectual boundaries? What do you speak about that fills you up? Do you enjoy sharing your thoughts with just anyone? What thoughts are saved for friends or for specific conversations? How do you know when you have overshared? Do you feel like people in your life belittle your thoughts? How do you choose when to share difficult ideas or concerns? Do you think about the setting of conversations that may be challenging and plan your approach? Do you take care with your words to present your ideas as clearly as possible? Are there conversations or ideas that are triggers for you? Do you have a plan to handle triggers as they come up to protect yourself and others from their fallout? Do you feel that you can respect others when they disagree with you? Do you feel a need to be respected when you are disagreeing with others? Do certain words or phrases send you into an intellectual rage or tailspin? Do you set time aside in your days to think and hone your intellectual self? Do you want or require credit for your ideas when they are shared by others? Do you allow your ideas to be shared by others with or without credit? What types of intellectual pursuits make you happy? Do you prioritize thinking over feeling? Feeling over thinking? or both equally? How do you let someone know that you will not tolerate the way they speak to you? Are there ideas or types of thoughts you do not allow in your life? Racism, homophobia, etc. What do you say to someone who holds ideas you will not allow in your life? How do you defend your ethics? To lovers, to friends, to family, or to strangers? Do you enjoy debates or arguments? Do you work to learn intellectually from others, or do you prefer to guard your own thoughts? Do you journal your thoughts? If so, is it important that that's kept private? Are your thoughts and ideas compartmentalized by personal and professional or in other ways, or are they integrated? Do you require intellectual conversation from others in your life? How much? Do you feel that you have many unexamined thoughts or beliefs that guide your daily life and interactions with others? Do you attempt to examine or unpack ideas and thoughts when they come up? Do you need to agree with the people you love on certain topics? Do you need the people you love to agree with you on certain topics? Are there thoughts and ideas that are harmful to you? Is intellectual discussion a form of love language for you, or the opposite? Is intellectual discussion a turn-on for you, or the opposite? Are you willing to have no-go topics in your relationships that you agree to never discuss? Do you have specific religious beliefs that are important to you? Is it critical that others share your religious beliefs or lack thereof? Do you get uncomfortable when people discuss intimate thoughts in public spaces? Do you feel safe to be curious? Do you feel good even when you don't know an answer? Are you able to be wrong with strangers, with friends, with family, with a partner? How do you handle feeling misunderstood? How do you handle feeling silenced? When someone changes the topic from something that's important to you, how do you react? Do you feel that people run over your thoughts often? Do you take responsibility for your thoughts and ideas? Are your opinions easily swayed by others? Are your thoughts about yourself easily influenced by others? These are a place to start with yourself and with others in conversation or negotiation as you build relationships. Many of them focus on getting clear about where to take responsibility for your thoughts and ideas so you can manage and prioritize your conversations without getting overwhelmed, and to note where you might be stepping on others' boundaries when it comes to how they think and communicate those thoughts. What are your thoughts? Any of these resonate with you? Can you spot them in yourself? Can you spot some of these boundary issues in others in your life? Thank you for joining me today. If you loved this episode, please share it with others who would enjoy it. And please do join me on our new apps available in the Google Play and Apple App Stores. Dating Kinky. It's built by Kinksters for Kinksters, poly, queer, trans folk, and anyone not quite vanilla. And it's free. Find me on FetLife as Nookie Notes, and on Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, and Medium as Dating Kinky. We're on Instagram as Dating Kinky Official, all one word. Have a kinky day, and I'll catch you next episode.